Stu was Aldershot on the weekend and Dagenham on Monday as well. I know I spoke to you this time last year and you're quite critical of the schedule this time of year. Your opinion still say the same?
Yeah, 100%. It's such a quick turnaround, and this is probably one of the most challenging weekends when you get it, when you're playing on the Saturday and then you've got to play on the Monday. It's kind of like a day recovery, which is not enough really, because you need 2 day recovery minimum. And for us it's a disadvantage massively, as once again you just don't get a session in, you don't get anything to prep. So for us we've kind of had to, we don't like to do it, we go 1 game at a time, but me and Matty, we haven't spoken to the lads of it, but we've had to kind of look at Dagenham as well. And I think this weekend you're probably going to have to try and refresh the squad over the course of the 2 games.
Let's say that's good for the boys, isn't it? Because there's some who haven't even been included yet, who are back from injury and such like that. Where do you think the change will happen, if they happen?
Look, I don't like to try and foresee where you're going to make changes, because it will be dependent on how we do in the Aldershot game, how people recover on the Sunday, whether people pick up knocks, because it's easy saying that we're going to make this change and that change, and then in the Aldershot game you pick up 2 or 3 knocks and then all your plans are gone out the window, so it's kind of pointless. So until we get to probably Sunday afternoon, that's when me and Matty will know who potentially will be coming in and coming out.
And I know fans, well, everyone says don't look at the table this kind of year, but 2 teams in the bottom half, we've started unbeaten. Are you looking at the 6 points?
Look, every game we go into, we've spoke about it a lot, that we believe we can win games of football within this division now. We have that confidence within the group. As a management team, we're confident within the lads that we believe that every game we go into, we try and win it. We never go into a game, whether it's home or away, thinking, oh, let's just take a point. So over the course of the weekend, nothing could change. It's not the fact we don't look at league table. There's no real form within the league at the minute. You can't even judge it at the minute. Look, it's nice for us to be unbeaten. I think it breeds really good confidence for the lads, and it shows the performance levels of the group at the minute. I think they've been very high early on, because normally it takes a little bit of time for things to gel and click, but it hasn't really taken that. I think against York, if you look in the first half against York, I thought we was a little bit slow and a bit passive at times. But once we got into the second half of that game, we kind of clicked into gear, and since that game, we've kind of not looked back, and we've kind of performed to a very high level, which is a huge credit to the lads being so early on in the season. So we've just got to keep making sure that the performance levels are really high and the results will keep following alongside it.
So it is a bit of a false economy, isn't it, at the table? You know, Dagenham are going to be a very good side this season, and Aldershot, you know, got 2 very good results, nearly beat York last week. What do you expect from them 2 sides? I
think they've improved from last season, from when Tommy come in and took over. I think last season he couldn't really have a real impact on the way that he'd want to play, probably with his philosophy and stuff. It was more at the back end of the season just about picking up points, and it didn't matter how you picked up the points. And fair credit to him, they picked up enough points to stay in the division, and he done a great job. And this summer he's kind of like you're starting to see what Tommy kind of wants to do. So look, it's going to be a really good test. It's always a difficult place to go to, Aldershot. The fans are very good there. They back their team, so look, it's going to be tough. And I know every time we've been there, our fans have been outstanding. So look, we hope that the fans can travel in their numbers again on Saturday and get behind the lads.
Let's say both last 2 times we played, they've produced 2 fantastic wins as well. Is there such thing as happy hunting grounds?
I think more for players get that kind of feeling that when they play against teams, especially like strikers and midfielders and that they kind of know that they're going to go into the game, and they've always played well against them, so they have that confidence going into the game. But us as a management team, because personnel changes within groups, and which has at Aldershot's group from last season and the season before, you're kind of prepping games in different ways. So we don't really look at it like that. Look, we know that it's a nice pitch, it's big, it's open, it's flat. We know we can move the ball slick on their pitch, so look, it's a place that we go and we look forward to going to, which we, as a football club, we look forward to going to all the grounds, the big grounds with the pitches when they got the sprinkling system and stuff like that. So look, we're looking forward to the game, and I think it'll be a real tough test.
Perfect. Cheers, Stu.
Cheers, Chrissy boy.